Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on this demo of our Energy Data Studio. I'm Chris Noonan with East Daily Analytics. So this is going to be a quick walkthrough of how the platform works, what it looks like, and how to navigate it. So again, thanks for joining us. If you have questions afterwards, I'll have my contact information on there. So first, it's organized the way we like to look at energy, which is by commodity. Here, as you can see, by companies, right? How they make their money, what assets they own, production, and then by region or basin. So for all you nat gas folks out there, we have a few products in here. So what you're going to look at is going to scroll over natural gas. And then if you're looking for our analytics or notes or just thoughts on the market, you're going to look here. We're going to have webinars, presentations. We do have a Nat Gas Weekly you can sign up for. We do have first takes when something major happens in the market, and daily notes, which come out 4 times a week and talk to you about what we see going on in the market. Then we organize it by area, supply demand area. So for example, you can see all the regions we have here: Southeast Gulf, Bakken, Northeast, Permian, Rockies, Houston Ship Channel, West Coast, and the macro. This not only has the LNG stack in it, but data center as well. Next, we go into gathering and processing, and this is where we look at G&P and we compare them against each other. So system analysis, that's going to be every system, and I'll go into that in a second. Every G&P system across the lower 48. And then we get into data. So this is all the publicly available data, and it's rolled up into easy to use looks, right? And so we'll go into that in a second as well. First things first, though, I do want to click on the Southeast Gulf to show you some functionality here. So the first thing you're going to see is you're going to see the Southeast Gulf, and you're going to see a visual with pricing on it. And so this gives you a quick look at how things are trading and comparing, and also gives you a look at our forecast for those commodities right in that area. So if you look at the top here, you always see tabs to go across the top as well. So all the G&P systems, and this is the system analysis, you can actually look at all the G&P systems across the lower 48. You get forecasted volumes, and this is all of them rolled up into one. You get capacities. The reason this is low is Northeast, obviously, in dry areas, they don't have capacities. You're getting plant data, and you're getting daily flow data. So depending, excuse me, this is the plant data, this is the daily flow data, and all of this fluctuates between systems. So let's pull up let's see, we'll go ET, let's go ET East Texas. So we'll pull that up. You can see some of the data is disparate depending on how much they report. The flow sample we've tagged here goes across and shows you a good amount of the volumes. Plant data is disparate, and then you have capacity, so it's not full. And then behind that, you can see all the producers that are behind it. Now, if you scroll down, you can see we have a report and we have a data set behind all of these S&Ds. So you're able to download these as well. And if you would like to, lost my train of thought there, but you can, all the data behind these is also available in the dashboard. So if you go into gathering and processing and go into system analysis, and you want to filter, you can download all the data as well. So as you do your research, we try to provide you with everything. So if you look down here at the bottom, you can download the data as needed. So again, that's how you're going to dig in and navigate that piece. So again, with natural gas, regions, supply demand, data on gathering and processing, and then below that, larger pipeline, interstate data. This one actually might be of interest to a lot of the nat gas traders, researchers out there. This is all the gas pipelines with receipt points and shipping points. So all the customers behind it. As you can see, it's a little slow on the computer, just recording right now. And also this one has a couple million lines worth of data on it. So this is all the IOC data rolled up into one piece. But as you can see, you can choose by the pipeline name, the shipper, and then you're going to be able to look at receipt, delivery points, and shipping points, and see when contracts. And then we have a contract roll off for every pipe there. So if you're looking at Transco, great way to see the hundreds of contracts that are on there. So let's move over to crude. Crude is laid out similar. You have market insights, then you get into market model. We have the crude hub model. Think of the crude hub model as a hub and spoke model. So everything coming out of the ground in a region, and then the infrastructure to take it to another place. So you can click on any one of these nodes. So you can click on the Permian. It's going to give you what's coming out, and then rolled up all of the capacities, the pipelines, and then the contracts and when they roll off. But then you can also click in between certain regions, and now you're going to get a more granular look again. So if you're going south, you're going to get starting to reach capacity, contracts roll off happen, and you'll get each pipeline. You can also click on each pipeline and get the volumes we have projected on those as well. And you can download the data here as well. So that's our market model. Now we get into supply demand, which is very similar to our gas. So I'll click on Bakken, Guernsey, DJ. And again, this is looking at what's coming out of the ground and where it's flowing on a more granular level. And I do want to point out everything we do, you can click on these tabs here. Let me go back to gas real quick, because I do want to point out, especially in the Permian and in Texas, we do get a lot of questions on intrastate pipes, which really have there's no transparency into them. We do cover those, and we do put volumes on, and if you are interested, you can click on all of them. So this is Atmos. You can click on Atmos, and you can get our view of what's going onto that system. And again, market data, FERC Form 6, all rolled up for you to be able to use. Now, nat gas liquids, same thing. Insights, market model is a hub model, hub and spoke. Then supply demand, we're looking at both purity products, and we're looking at regions. Then you do have the GNP in here. One thing I'll point out is the rig tracker. So if you're looking at production on a daily or weekly basis, what we've done over the last 11 years is we've taken and we've assigned every rig in the US lower 48 to a system. So you can dig in here, and what that helps us do is every rig is worth so many molecules of every commodity, and we assign it to a system, and this allows us to track those systems more efficiently. So next step, capital intelligence, and this is really our coverage of public companies that are in the oil and gas space. So again, market insights, again, the tools to track some of this stuff. And now we look at equity coverage. So you can see the companies we cover by asset. That'll give you an idea of how much they make. It'll also give you an idea of their appetite to increase or maybe spend money on projects if you're doing research there of where the next project may come from. And then again, all the FERC data. Production models are by basin, and we look at every commodity in that basin of what's coming up. Again, it starts with the rigs and builds up from there. And then you'll be able to see, hey, in the Permian Basin, here is our historical and forecasted volumes. And then obviously we have charts here for you to look at. Again, download from there. Energy path, kind of the last section, is looking at a region and all the commodities. One of the things we believe here at East Daily is that in order to understand the market, you have to understand all the commodities that are coming out of the ground. And if you don't understand all the commodities, it's going to be hard for you to understand just the one, right? So crude is tied to nat gas tied to NGLs, vice versa. It's a big circle. So we're giving you all the tools to understand all those. And what this really does is gives you the connections between what's coming out of the ground. Here we have producers, what system it's going on, what plant it's going to, and then what pipeline that plant is tied to. Right, so it gives you really competitive dynamics of how things operate in a basin. So right now we just have the Bakken. The Northeast is coming out here in about a month, and then we'll move on to the Permian and the Haynesville. So again, real quick, the way it's laid out by commodity, by company, by production, and the regions, and then by regions, and you can dig in from there. So there's a lot of nuance to the data. One thing I want to say is our team is always available to talk with you, to explore data with you via an email or via a call. So if you do want to email us, you can email us at insight, not plural, just insight at eastdaily.com. Again, Chris Noonan with East Daily. Thanks for listening and joining, and happy hunting, happy data hunting within our portal. Thank you.